Hey, we hear a lot today about kids that are teenagers doing bad things, and it seems like there's a lot of problems out there with kids with drugs and getting into all kind of different things that kind of casts a pall on all teenagers. And then also too, we know that certainly here in Fayette County we definitely have issues and problems in our schools with test scores and that sort of thing. However, we do know, the kids here, that there's still a lot of good kids and there's still a lot of good people doing a lot of good things. And this was really borne out by recently, where you had a group of Brownsville Area High School students who were honored in Washington D.C. for finishing fourth in a place in a national competition. It was the Jefferson Awards, which is a national program where they foster public service and volunteerism and trying to help the community. And these kids were honored, working to try and help develop a stage in downtown Brownsville. Earlier in the year, they had finished first in the Pittsburgh area among 22 schools, and so a very, very lofty honor, a very great honor. And then when you think about it, to finish fourth in the whole country, that's just downright amazing. And the kids were so excited because they hear this stuff all the time about how kids here the test scores aren't as good, maybe the grades aren't as good, and certainly the income may not match what some of these kids are making in other areas. But like I said, these kids, we know that there's a lot of good kids here. So, and we know that there's a lot of good parents also out there. So it is really good to hear that that some of these kids, that they were able to achieve such a high honor, and it truly is remarkable, and it's something that everybody should be very proud of. Not just in the Brownsville School District, but throughout Fayette County, that we know that these kids are doing good things. And the kids themselves, they were very excited. We did it, said Christopher Sessick, who was one of the members of the group who addressed the school board upon the team's return from Washington, D.C. Coming from the small town of Brownsville, we are really not known or not looked at in a positive way, but in Washington they respected us. We have made a name for Brownsville, so it's really good that these kids are really doing this great thing, and it's just a really good thing that for them to be honored in this way. And a lot of credit goes to Kelly Della Rose, who was the teacher sponsor for the group, and of course she noted that the first place winner in this national competition, that they did a program, that their project was about NATO and fighting human trafficking. So it just gives you an idea of the high caliber of competition that the Brownsville School District faced. And like she said, that the first place winner, gives us an example of what kind of projects these kids competed against. It was way more elaborate than what we could have imagined. It was great to see them. They had met some celebrities like Jim Carrey, United States Senator Pat Toomey was down there, General David Petraeus, director at the Central Intelligence Agency, met with these kids. So it really was a great educational experience for these kids, and definitely something that these kids will remember pretty much for the rest of their lives. The Brownsville Mayor Lester Ward traveled with the students, and he said, we were exposed to people and students from all over the United States. I could not help but marvel at the fact that regardless of what anyone says about the product of the Brownsville school system, these kids matched up very well. I think the town of Brownsville would have been proud. I know I was. Hopefully the town feeds upon their energy to do whatever is needed to try and bring Brownsville back. So that's really the hope, that these kids will stay here and hopefully lead Brownsville and Fayette County back. So like I said, we really need to applaud these kids and everybody, not just people from Brownsville, but everybody in Fayette County can certainly feel proud in what these students accomplished. So that's it for now. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back.
At theheraldstandard.com, our mission is to provide news, information, and services to enable our communities to prosper. Every day, we strive to achieve this goal through 3 dynamic products. Wake up each morning to a copy of the Herald-Standard.com newspaper delivered to your home. Enjoy the e-edition and exact replica of our print product on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Or secure unlimited access to our full-coverage digital news site online at Herald-Standard.com. One local news leader, 3 great options.
Okay, talking about the first part of the show, talking about Brownsville kids and Brownsville High School students, how they finished, were honored for finishing 4th in a national competition for public service and volunteerism. A great honor, and how they had such a good time down in Washington D.C. and met a lot of people and really represented Brownsville well. So want to hear what you have to say about this subject. Please, if you could send a letter to the editor, you can email it to mokeefe@heraldstandard.com, or you can send it by regular mail to 8-18 Church Street, Uniontown, PA 15401. And please just remember to please sign it. We don't run anonymous letters, and also to put your phone number so we can verify it. So definitely want to hear what you have to say about this subject or any other subject. And so, thanks for watching. My name is Mark O'Keefe. I'm executive editor for HeraldStandard.com. We'll see you later.